and the title of his speech is Serenity. Serenity, Robert Karanja, Serenity.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. These words are from the Serenity Prayer that is said in Alcoholics Anonymous and other 12-step programs. It was composed by Carl Paul Reinhold Niebuhr, somewhere between 1932 and 1933. When I think of the myriad personal change and improvement programs that are available these days, the wisdom of knowing the difference between the things that we can change and the things that we cannot is particularly important. Let me illustrate with a folk tale from the Hausa people. In 1463, during the first year of the reign of Sultan Muhammad Rumfa, there lived a rich man called Balarebe in the city of Kano. Balarebe was deeply in love with a younger woman called Fakir. You know that lame pickup line that goes, "You must be tired because you've been running through my mind"? Well, Fakir ran through Balarebe's mind day and night. However, all the advances that Balarebe made to Fakir were rejected by her. One day, while he was supervising his servants selling his products in the market, Balarebe saw a man accompanied by a woman. The woman was about the age of Fakir, but what caught Balarebe's eye was the appearance of the man. He had light skin. He had well-defined muscles from long years of labor. His hair was long, thick, and black. On the other hand, Balarebe was dark, he was flabby, and his head was as bald and shiny as a copper pot. For that moment, Balarebe decided that he was going to change himself because he figured that the reason that Fakir kept rejecting him was because of his appearance. And so he consulted a physician who happened to be very sly. He said to the physician, "Physician, help me get light skin." The physician charged Balarebe huge sums of money and then gave him some lotions, which I don't believe was safe for him, to apply on his skin. After a few weeks, Balarebe's skin was light. However, when he went to Fakir, she rejected him. Balarebe then went back to the physician and said, "Physician, help me get well-defined muscles." The physician charged Balarebe huge sums of money and then gave him some common herbs and instructed him on the exercises he needed to do on a daily basis. Indeed, after a few weeks, Balarebe had well-defined muscles. Again, he went to Fakir, and again, Fakir rejected him. Finally, Balarebe went back to the physician and said, "Physician, help me get long, thick, black hair." At this point, the physician realized that this was an impossible request. He did not know how to quickly solve it for him. However, he also saw an opportunity to make lots of money, so much that he would end up retiring. And so the physician said to Balarebe, "This thing that you're asking me for is impossible for me. However, I know of a great physician who lives in the city of Katsina. He has a medicine that will make your hair grow long, thick, and black." Balarebe was ecstatic at this news. He said, "I would be indebted to you. I will give you anything you desire, and to this physician as well, if you could bring him to me and this medicine. Balareba then gave the physician gold, jewels, and luxurious cloth rolls. The physician took all of it and went to Katsina. In Katsina, he bought a house for himself. He then made a concoction out of common herbs and oils. He hired an old man to pretend to be a physician to accompany him back to Kano to see the rich man. When they go to Kano, they presented Balarebe with the concoction, and Balarebe received it with great joy. He applied it to his hair for months, to his head for months. However, nothing grew. But he was so deeply in love with Fakir, and he was so convinced that the reason she kept rejecting him was because of his appearance, that he kept sending messengers to the physician asking for more of that fake remedy. Soon, word spread of the rich, love-struck, gullible fool who lived in Kano, and charlatans came to him peddling their fake remedies, and he bought all of them until his wealth was diminished. Let me conclude. Balarebe simply did not know when to stop. Yes, he could lighten his skin. Yes, he could change his physique. However, with the technology of that time, he could not make his hair grow. Not knowing when to stop filled his life with misery and made him a prey to all sorts of charlatans. It is the same with the rest of us. There is a lot in our lives that we can change to our benefit. And if we can, we should definitely go ahead and make those changes. However, wisdom is knowing the few things that we cannot change. And with this wisdom comes true serenity. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.